Hello and welcome back to Wintermute in Long Dark. And we are getting a lot colder by the second, so we will start moving and maybe find some shelter to warm up a bit. Maybe actually see if we can drop some things over here. But while I move, liking the video and maybe even subscribing to the channel would be super awesome and nice if you did. But the choice is yours. So while we now are right here and we have some protection from the elements, let's get a fire up and running. Yep. There we go.
Worked.
And the reason why is because it's just morning, so we are fine. And right, get into the dam at night when the aurora is in the sky. So I need to go into the dam at night when there is an aurora, which I think is basically guaranteed, if I'm not wrong. Just drop all the sticks. Let's drop 2 of you. Drop some of that. And it doesn't matter to get things fixed, really. Because we're basically done. We don't really need to fix clothing or anything. You could do something like that, but I mean, it's not really that necessary. So what we will be doing is getting ourselves from where we are, which is over at, close to the trapper's homestead, move out to the rails, follow the rails up to the dam, and then probably sleeping in the trailers outside until it's night and it is an aurora night, and that way get so we can actually get in when it's an aurora, because that is the requirement for this particular quest, is that we enter the aurora, the dam, during an aurora. And I think it has to do with the fact that there is some door or something that we need to get to that has to be powered, and that's why we need to go in when the electricity is on, and with how the world is, it's only on when it's an aurora. Why that's the case, we haven't really come to any part in the story so far to know why. We do know there is a reason for it, But exactly why, well, we don't really know. So we shall get moving. That's just up there where the rails are. Have to keep an eye out for any surprise wolves that may or may not be along the way. And if there is one, we need to take care of it. That reminds me. Yeah, it's fully loaded and okay, good. So that looks to be the wolf we shot in a previous episode. So any like animal you fell will stay for I think 3 days. But if it's a blizzard going on, they go away a lot quicker. If I remember correctly. But even if you leave them like that, if you don't harvest them, anything that is there will degrade to the point where you can't harvest anything. If you harvest everything, so everything harvestable is harvested, the carcass left behind will disappear like very quickly. It will be, I think, pretty much gone the next day. Sometimes it can take a little bit longer than a day, but most times, like like the next day, it will be gone. So, but as long as, if I remember correctly, as long as, and this is true regardless if it's story mode or survival mode that you're playing, if you leave a carcass, like say a wolf, you shoot the wolf or kill a wolf one way or another. If you leave it, that wolf will not respawn till the carcass is gone. So that's sort of a way of, especially if you're setting up a home base and moving around like a lot in one region. That could be a good thing too. Take a mental note that if you actually deal with them and like get rid of them, but don't harvest them and leave them, they won't respawn until the carcass gets removed, which takes a lot longer if it still has stuff that can be harvested. I might have to make another campfire. I don't want to do that, but I might have to. And from this point on, there might be a wolf. Because from the previous episode, we never went through here. We just teleported to the trapper, basically. The wolves are, like, animals aren't guaranteed to spawn. Like,
hope nobody needs this anymore.
just because an area can have wolves doesn't mean it will. Now that's important to remember as well. That yeah, it may have wolves, but it doesn't
Can't
have
feel my
to have.
hands.
Yeah. I might have to start a fire up ahead. There might be an old campfire or some kind in the train cart up here. That's a wolf. Just in case. And when crouching, you are a lot less visible. All the wind is picking up. There we go. Oh, there's another wolf there. Okay. That's annoying.
I'll die if I don't warm up soon.
Yeah. See if we can put you away and get a fire started. And that's we're warming up a bit quicker. Coal adds plus 20 degrees to the fire, so that's why I did that. Yeah, sprain risk, I need to deal with that. You know what, let's see if we can actually make some, heat up some beans. Let's eat that. Yeah. Because that means we get a warming benefit. Then we have a wolf we need to take care of as well. Warming up the tea. And yeah, I drank the healing tea. Let's get going. And yeah, if you leave a carcass around, wolves and like bears will go and eat from it. So be careful when you fell a wolf, because it may call in more wolves or a nearby bear, which may not be what you want. May be what you want to avoid. So sometimes just sidestepping and avoiding confliction at all is preferable. Sometimes you can't avoid it. Sometimes it's unavoidable to the point where you need to initiate and actively get rid of what's in your way. Which was sort of the case for me right now, where I had to get rid of the wolves because they were in the way. Where are you? I know you're here. I heard you. Where are you? There you are. Just barely saw your ears. Yep. There you are. And yep. Let's see if we can I think the other one actually has better beds. There's usually only one wolf here, so... And I didn't hear any other wolves running away, so... It should be fine. Yeah, we have more and better. Let's see if we find anything.
What have we here?
Oh, this is a good one. I think this is one of the really, really good clothing items that doesn't necessarily... that you can't necessarily find in interloper difficulty.
This stuff will come in handy.
I may be wrong though. Anyway, it's the middle of the day, so let's see if we sleep, say 7 hours. Okay. Make sure we drink so we don't. Let's sleep an hour at a time. I'm mostly just passing time at this point so I can get an aurora, which doesn't necessarily happen every night, so we may have to just fast forward as much as possible. But it may happen in the middle of the night, or the auroras are a bit random. So okay, sleep some more. I will be able to tell if there is an aurora because the lights in here will be flickering and stuff like that, so hopefully this is a night where we get Aurora. Which may not happen. And I think that's the case for this part of the quest. Is that you need to wait for the next Aurora. Because you have already had one when you sent the message, which happened during the cutscene in the last, in the previous episode. We had that cutscene with Jeremiah the Trapper, where we sent the message, and it looks like this night hasn't had an Aurora at all. I think this means we are out of luck. And I think what I'm going to do... Yeah, so now it's morning. So that's sort of the tediousness of this part of the story, is where getting the Aurora, which is random, can take time. And I'm not going to force you to sit through. I wanted to show that it is random. You can get it just the next day. It's possible, but you may need to spend a few days either here or somewhere else. You could... This is a great time to finish up like some random side quest like Lake Gunshots or Mystery Lake Supply Cache, and go and get all of those things, and visit the lookout tower, and so on. Do some fishing maybe, and yeah. But this is a perfect opportunity if you haven't done them before. You go around and do that if you want to. I'm not going to, because it doesn't really add anything other than just random lore. It does give some tidbits and information here and there, but it's nothing substantial. So, and they take time, so I will just skip the side quests, as it gives you, if you haven't experienced the story, to go and do those and have some unique experiences which you haven't seen from me. So I will pause and come back when we actually have an Aurora night, which, if you remember, is what is required for us to continue the quest, where we have to get into the dam at night when the Aurora is in the sky. So I will pause, come back when there is an Aurora, and we will finish off and end. And I think that's where this episode, chapter, act of the story ends. So episode 2, or act 2 as I've been calling it, ends when we get into a dam with a cutscene. So let's see if we can get an Aurora to appear. So see you soonish. And thankfully, fairly quickly, we got one. I just needed to sleep some more, But here we are. I think you missed the character here saying "what the," but that's about it. So, bed and watered, and yeah. So here you can see how it looks when there is an aurora. It's very bright outside, and the lights indoors, if there are any, light up. And usually they flicker a lot, which can be a bit annoying, and if you're sensitive to that kind of thing, quite bad. But regardless, here we go. Oh, good old Methuselah.
Oh, Mackenzie. So you're still alive.
Methuselah? You appear in the strangest places.
You've left your mark and have overcome great odds so far, but this part of the world still holds some secrets.
I'm not sure this is the right time for...
There are still stories that need to be told if you wish to play a part in them. There is always time for that. But if you are in a hurry, by all means go. Nobody would fault you for continuing your journey onward.
You know, it's been a hell of a slog out there. Never mind that damn bear. I've nearly died more times than I care to count. It couldn't have been easy for you either. You seem strangely calm about the hostility of this place.
I have wandered these paths a long time, friend. I was a walker. Now I'm a watcher. I'm here to observe these times and help where I may.
As strange as it is to run into you again, it's good to find a familiar face in all this frigid wilderness. And keep to your paths. If this is a reckoning, as you say, I hope ours cross again.
Yeah, so that's a bit of a reminder that that the game gives you, that you don't have to continue with the main story if you want to experience the side stories. But we are going to skip past the side stories and go straight on with the continuation of the main story. So, in we go. And this part can be very flashy, so I am sorry if you're sensitive, but yeah. We need to...
There it is.
Yeah, and this is why we needed to get in here during an aurora, because that door is locked and you cannot open it unless you...
Hope I can still eat this.
Unless you have... unless you can switch the electric lock with the keypad, which, surprise, surprise, requires electricity. Down we go.
Looks like I could get a nasty shock.
Yeah. That will give you a nasty shock. It's not through here, right? It's, oh, this is a maze. The cart dam is a massive maze.
Oh. I guess there's only one way to go from here. Holy shit, what was that?
So, and yeah, this is a precarious place. And I think I need to go this way. Nope, not that way. Yeah, this is a maze. This is a ginormous maze that can be quite difficult getting around, with a lot of hazards laying around. Right, I need to get up there. Wait, I have that. Completely forgot about this one. There, maybe that's a bit better. We can actually see. And yeah, this is the room with the switch, which we flicked. We need to get around here. To have a cupboard. Just drop a bunch of random things. I'm not going to need these things anyway, so...
Ah, damn it!
Oh!
Birds.
That was not good.
That hurts so much.
Oh, okay. Yeah. As I've said, this is a ginormous maze. And I do know that I don't have a lot left. So I'm going to continue even though I'm technically...
Better watch out.
Beyond 30 minutes at this point.
Shit, that burns.
All right.
That hurts so much.
For God's sake. I think you can get through here. Without touching. And I'm not sure, I might have to wait until it is over. The thing is, you can't jump. So, in a normal game where you would, like, jump over these, can't really do that here. So I think oops. Okay. Confirm. Okay, this is before I... Okay, so I can't go past that. I might have to wait. Might have to actually wait until this is over, and I think that might be the case. So let's do that. I think you just need to sleep an hour. No. Two. Auroras don't necessarily continue through the whole night. Might be the case that this is guaranteed to continue due to it being an event thing. The aurora is still continuing. Once morning comes around, it will go away. There we go. It is pitch dark. So yeah, that's the only way of going over this, is by sleeping inside and progressing time so that the aurora disappears. And I think we don't actually need the aurora anymore, because we have gone past the parts where we would need it. And bonk. We get hit by a cutscene.
A locked case. Wow, that is interesting. A locked metal case is a thing of the old world, stranger. A world of closed doors and things being off limits. Yeah, see, I was part of that world. But that world's over. This is my world now. And in my world, I make the rules. In my world, see, there are no locks.
Your world sounds crazy.
What's in the case?
I have no idea.
What is in the case?
I hope it's painkillers.
Your ID says you're a pilot. You have a plane somewhere?
My plane wouldn't do you any good.
Yeah, should I show you what happened to the last person who lied to me? She didn't look so pretty after I was done.
She?
Oh, so now he's ready to talk. Well, don't worry, pilot. You'll be with her soon.
Yeah, so that was episode 2, or act 2 as I've been calling it, because making YouTube videos and calling them episodes and it being different episodes confusing, so I've been calling act 2, and yeah. That was the second one. Now we're getting to the third one. But before we actually get started on the next one, which is episode 3, or as I will call it, act 3, we are going to do something else. Exactly what that's going to be, it's just something small in between, and partially to get a bit of a break, so I have some variety when I play, which I really need to keep interest in pretty much anything in life, and also to give the developers as much time as possible to get the 5th part out, which I think isn't super far off, but still not here, and yeah. So we are going to quit to menu, because we're not going to continue now. This has been a bit of a longer episode because it's the last one and I didn't want to create a 10-minute episode just because. So that has been Act 2, or Episode 2 of Wintermute, the narrative story of Long Dark. And yeah, as I said, we will come back to more in the 3rd part after a small break with a different game. So for now, I would just ask that you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you would so like, and would fancy me with doing that. That would be super awesome and nice if you did. The choice is yours, however, so we will round off here, and on screen you should now be able to see YouTube recommendation, quick access to subscribe button, and a quick access to the playlist for this series. So we will come back and continue some other time. So for now, thanks for watching, goodbye, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.